Time now to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees. We are a nice place to visit, but would you want to move here? That's what the latest data on migration and tourism seems to be asking. Garth Bray from BusinessDesk is coming at me this morning. Garth, good morning.
Morning, Brian.
Good to see you.
Morning. Great to see you. Look, and great to see you, all those Aussies, all those Japanese folks and people from the UK coming here to visit. A net 7.5% increase, I think, in the latest data out there. And that's the visitor arrivals in August. A lot of optimism from the tourism sector saying, hey, this is great. We're about sort of 92% of where we were before COVID. Still feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? But, basically all on the up, all looking well. I guess huge, no surprises. More than half of those are Aussies. You'd have to say what ski season will be part of that, but just generally maybe an ageing population over there that perhaps look around the world and go, oh, maybe New Zealand would be nice.
It's nice and close.
Nice and close. It's easy. It's a bit like us, but different. It'll be like a holiday, but like staying at home. Yeah. So it'll be awesome. I guess the problem is, though, that we are seeing big numbers of people heading out through the turnstiles to Australia. The same reason that they can afford to come on holiday here is the reason that more and more Kiwis and migrants from other countries that have made their home in New Zealand are heading across the Tasman and out the door. And so we've had a record, nearly 74,000 migrant departures, exceeding the previous record that was set the previous month. And we've had a record net migration loss of 47,900 Kiwis, which is not a great vote of confidence in our economy. And that's probably what's driving this, right? We've had those bad GDP numbers and so on recently.
I was going to mention the QV numbers though, because there's just a bunch of data points coming out at the moment. We know we went backwards in quarter two. It's kind of like, what's quarter three going to do? So migration, not great. Tourism, good. Housing, down.
Housing down, latest QV, average home values across the country dropped about 1.1% in the last quarter, which continues the slide from the peak back in about 2022. January 2022 peak for Auckland was $1.5 million average home value. That's dropped now 21.3% since that point. So that's the wealth effect of owning property, I suppose. Feeling a bit squished there, but
Now, you've got a house, if you're lucky enough to have a house, you've got to insure it, and you've been taking a look at this.
This is Tower, who's probably one of the big local listed ones. Gets obviously a lot of interest because of that. And they are really sort of leading the charge on this risk-based pricing. We've talked a bit about that before. That seems to be paying off for them. They've had organic growth. They've gained about 10% in the number of homes that they're insuring in the last 12 months. So they are eating the competition, basically. They are going in there and making sharper prices for homes that are less risky. Now, presumably the others, your Suncorps and your IAGs who own most of the big brands, are going to respond. We hear they will. They'll have a different view probably about exactly what's risky, so there'll still be some competition there. But really that risk-based pricing model is what the market analysts are looking at, going, crikey, these guys are going to do okay. We can see the share price potentially lifting, and the pickers that they'll outperform. They're also kind of cutting down the complexity of the business. This is part of this risky business series we've been doing. So Rebecca Stevenson's been chatting to the head of Tower. Says, hey, there's like 400 different products they used to offer. They're going to sharpen that down to about 14. Just a lot easier to manage. Okay. All of that adds up to, for some people, cheaper homes, cheaper insurance bills. For a few people, more expensive ones.
Okay, interesting stuff. Garth, thank you very much for that. Garth Bray from BusinessDesk. Thanks to our partners 2 Degrees.